Look around you. What do you see? A world teetering on the edge. A world where truth has become a commodity sold to the highest bidder. A world where distraction has replaced action, where fear reigns, and where silence, well, silence is the loudest weapon of all. They have told you to stay quiet, to be content, to keep your head down and your voice low. After all, what can one voice do in the din of chaos? What can one mind achieve against the machinery of control? But it is here, in this precise moment, that they have miscalculated. They assume the veil they've drawn across your eyes will never be lifted. They assume the endless scroll of images and noise will numb you into complacency. But here today I offer you a simple truth. You are awake. You see it, don't you? The absurdity of it all. The endless cycle of division, distraction, deception, crafted carefully by hands that have ruled for far too long. They have created a world where dissent is dangerous, where asking questions is rebellion, where unity is a threat. Because they fear one thing above all, the power of the people when they realize their strength. They have convinced you that the problems we face are unsolvable. Climate disasters, economic inequality, injustice, and unrest. They say these are simply the natural byproducts of existence. But nothing could be further from the truth. These are not the problems of humanity, but the problems of those who refuse to let humanity thrive. These are the deliberate machinations of a system built to keep the many in chains while the few sit on thrones of excess. And they have succeeded for so long because they have fed us lies, that nothing can change, that progress is too slow, that revolutions are relics of a romantic past. But you and I know better. Change is not a whisper, it is a shout. And the time for shouting has come. The forces that govern our world today have overplayed their hand. They have underestimated you, underestimated all of us. They believe that as long as they control the narrative, they control the future. But narratives, like empires, are fragile things, and cracks are beginning to show. The future they fear is the one we will create. It will not come from the halls of power or the promises of politicians. It will not be born in the boardrooms of billionaires or the chambers of government. No, it will come from the streets, from the voices that have been silenced, from the hands that have been shackled. From the people, united not by the illusion of borders or the divisions of ideology, but by a common truth, that we are the many and they are the few. And when we rise, when we stand, we will reclaim what has always been ours. The right to choose, the right to dream, the right to live in a world shaped by justice, not by fear. So ask yourself, what side of history will you stand on? For history is watching. And when the dust of these times clears, when the pages are written and the statues fall, what will they say of us? That we were the generation who watched the world burn? Or the generation that sparked the flame of change? The choice is not theirs to make. It is yours. It is ours. And in that choice lies the future.